So, hello there. Welcome to third match of Dominion League Season 69 B1 Division, playing wmorrison. And we have no draw. Just some cantripy stuff you can do. That's like kind of it. You can try and have a lot of couriers. You can play some of the fives, but like, you know, which one? I mean, you probably can make Outpost work. At least get, decent value out of it. Piazza could be a little bit of hand size help. You're gonna want to play the remake, and then that may become a little. I guess if you have a displace, you could toss the remake later on. You can do some wheel spinning hostelry stuff. Sometimes that's okay with displace, but ultimately you probably need some couriers. But it could do things, but could also do nothing. I don't know about this silver, to be perfectly honest. This is fine. Like the track, whatever as long as the remake doesn't miss, you're like still making forward progress. It's not a huge deal. You would probably have preferred the estates and then maybe be able to do a hostelry here, but just how it goes. I guess hostelry throne room is actual draw until those are gone. There's nothing here. It's probably worth looking at some point. The cursing is actually not terrible. I guess you go ahead and buy this place while you have the money for it. Or you're dropped, but that's fine. I guess wmorrison's remake missed, so I'm playing my second one like right after wmorrison plays it once. So that, like I said, getting to play it at all is way better than whiffing. Guess I could have played the remake first in case I flipped. It didn't happen. I didn't get punished for it, but I could have played the remake first to try and get a Snake Witch hit in. Guess you can Windfall and Displace. There's stuff to be done. It's just, no draws hard. I don't know here if I want. Let's do it like that and just buy it. I do think the cursing is like pretty good. I don't think this can hit. There's not a fourth unique. It's all village or copper. That's not true. Apparently. Let's do this. So I could have cursed more here. What did wmorrison? I thought it was a village, but it was a snake witch. So I could have just played the snake witch, given a curse, and then done the same thing I ended up doing, then playing the young one, given 2 curses. But which prior to the shuffle would have been, prior to wmorrison's shuffle here, would have been impactful, you know, not nothing. This is not a super exciting remake. Wouldn't say. Ow. Okay, so now we can up, down, and get. I mean, this is probably what we're gonna. See if we can find some snake witches. Well, one of these is a snake witch, right? Oh, that was unfortunate. All right. So, what's my last card? I need to. I guess I don't have money to windfall. I was gonna say a windfall, but I don't have money for that. I don't know what the last card is. Okay, yeah, I thought it might be that. It's actually pretty good. Not sure. Obviously, the thinnest gap here is huge. Which is good for me. I don't know how to progress. Second displace is so, like, what? How are you going to use that? Last 2 cards are coppers. Okay. I would like to. The remake is nice if they snake witch us, which eventually they will. Though you can also just displace them. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was really far ahead. Didn't show the kingdom on the first one, but I did it here. We have 2, which looks pretty playable. Looks quite good. Um, do you have vampire engineer opening? Again, draw here is not, well, it's okay. Guard dog can do some stuff here. You could try the mint, I guess. I mean, it would play out because you engineer for towns and it's fine. Certainly not crazy or anything. But if you're getting curses and the estates are probably, I mean, it's that, or if you can figure a way to get forged really quickly, that's okay too. But obviously the vampire stuff is still like good. I would have liked a bigger mint, but this is pretty good. I'm not gonna get. We're just looking to hit a bat. We'll probably, well, if I find the bat, I'm totally okay with it just like blowing these up. That's perfectly fine with me. We would really like to find the bat if possible. That didn't happen. I was just fishing for the bat. Okay, that's done now. So now we have a bunch of trails. Okay. We could take engineer again. Would kind of like to not be into. I mean, still really good. You want a town and you want guard dogs. I don't really need more trails now, honestly. We whiffed. This is bottom deck 3. So this, we had a lot of good draws and then some nightmarish things happening here, but I don't really know what else to do here. So this is not great. We're basically not finding a good way to get to 7. And if we find that bat on the estate hand, that's a very different world. Do I want a town or do I want a guard dog? Or do I want a T-Mog? Probably should have played that first. Okay. We do still have pretty big thinness advantage, which should tell over enough time. I hope. We want this engineer still. Many of the engineers are dead. I'm the only one with them. That's okay. Obviously, T-Mog would be nice. Not as nice for the next turn, probably. Maybe it's okay. Maybe we'll try. Actually, let's try the T-Mog here. We could get both. But let's do this. So how do you get to Forge? Did I have the copper at the start of this turn, or did I? Yeah. Actually. You can play those out of hand. Let's get one of these. This is a horrifying hand. That's so unfortunate. Oh boy. I guess we just take it in this. I mean, I guess I got punished. But that's crazy. Excuse me. I don't want another poorhouse, but that is so bad. It's like been like a mix of like half really, really good draws and half kind of terrible draws. It's been very odd, actually. But again, we still have. I mean, they're okay. They're the the trashing is getting a little bit more. We can find the okay, well, whatever. We also played all of the trails there, which is, I guess that's just my own fault. But I don't know that I'm ahead in any sense anymore, if I ever was. But we're not going to get a super long game here. These are going to go probably. There's some things that I'm still in an okay spot for. Just a couple of weird ones that didn't quite pan out. I find it a little hard to believe that you won a silver there, but maybe. Guess if it gets you this, then. Well, I don't know why you needed to. Guess that was just wanting a silver, because otherwise you could just play the guard dog and. Actually, I'm so confused. Of course. Stupid game. That's okay. Right. Okay. Well, they probably aren't dead, but. Gold seems pretty bad. Guess I could try to get this to be. Actually, I mean, I guess I can. I might as well at least. I might as well at least see if I draw like a copper or something. Well, or this, and then I get to do the guard dog up. We would love to see at least a copper. Okay. We could go guard dog forge. We haven't seen people hit hit like hexes that activate trail. I don't think. Maybe it happened to me at one point, but I was maybe a little greedy with the second forge versus just taking province. But we're pretty close to pile outs also. Maybe they're going for a pile out. I mean, if they pile out, then for sure my thing was greedy. They still have quite a bit they would have to gain, though. I don't know, they may have double province here. Yeah, I probably. Well, I mean, if I have a good draw, then I could have one anyway, but this is not really it. It's okay. They're probably buying a state. Taking the lowering the T-Mogs was pretty greedy. unfortunate opening hand here. Well, they have a lot of T-Mogs, so their odds of, not being able to get anywhere are not bad. They're gonna get to. I didn't know if it was bad or if it was. What is this trigger? Why do they want to have those there? That is also super unfortunate. To draw. Okay. So I think we just are gonna go for it. It may not work, but kind of have to go for it. We don't need a huge amount of stuff to make it happen. Okay. We really need we can tie. If this had drawn into Poorhouse, it would have been a win. Is that true? I don't even think that's true. There are some outs. The Forge still ties. If it's a guard dog, obviously that probably wins. The what else do we have though? How many silvers did we have at the end? We gained a couple towns. We played a silver and gained another. Our other silvers were later, so I guess silver's gone. There's only. I mean, the problem is like Poorhouse, which there are two of, does not win. It loses. I think we just have to take it, unfortunately. Because I felt pretty good about a win. There's two Poorhouses. There may have been a silver. The Forge was not. I would have needed to find one of the guard dogs to get up high enough to play another Forge. or more Townsend poor houses with plus more towns with plus buy. I don't think the outs were not super good. There were 2 guard dogs. We did already have a lot of the. We had already seen or had a lot of the crud. But was not clear. We can check later if it would have worked. It's not a good, as always, you're just probing that particular seed. It's not that informative, but it's not completely nothing. So I guess Swamp Hag's okay here, even though you can deal with the curses. But, you know, there's not a bit of a vacuum. We just have Royal Galley for draw. Otherwise, you're not really doing much here. You can make money with durations, and then you can have a war chest to build up a little bit, but it's not. There's not really good duchy threats. There's plus buy, but it's weak given the weak draw. And, well, I don't know. None of it looks particularly good, but there's something functional here. It's just underwhelming. (5-2) is actually not super good. Oh, well, that's a fine name actually. I didn't necessarily mean to do that, but it's okay. It's not a big deal, I wouldn't say. They can gain a Swamp Hag or something. Royal Galley's good too. I mean, eventually they're gonna have $4 and just buy one. Until they do, you know. Oh, the remodel is in there, so I keep naming remodel. I don't really know that it's all that big a deal, but it's good. Still pretty good. I would like a war chest, I think. Guess we just draw and see if we find something. Nope. Actually, that was maybe silly. The way this is gonna work out. That was probably pretty bad. We did get a buy 4, so it was okay-ish, but no remodels. Never. I do like the war chest. These are going to be a little bit scary lookouts. Okay, well, didn't turn out being that terribly scary, but there's still a hamlet down here, so we can leave the Royal Galley. I mean, we could leave it anyway, but I guess I'm winning thinness right now. Should they have $5? These decks are terrible. They're awful. There's any reason to discard. I don't know what's down here. If we play a lookout, if there is a copper to trash. Five coppers have been trashed. I don't think I trashed all of them. There must still be one. This, so we buy this last one. So one of these Royal Galleys we didn't get to hit anything on. That's fine. We do need to add like another plaza. For sure. To pair up with the Royal Galleys. What? Oh, we do have a few things. Our decks are so bad. In theory, I should be able to go a little harder with the extra royal galleys, but I don't know how true that actually is. You just buy, you can buy sword. I think you just buy Hamlet though. It gives you another royal galley target. I still have Hamlet. That's it. That's it here. I only have those two. I mean, I could play it on Lookout. It's just terrifying. We could remodel a copper into a Hamlet. Is okay. So it does mean we whiff a Swamp Hag. We can find the Lookout. We'd probably do it there. I don't really know what else. We could do it on a royal galley, to be honest. It's not like ideal. They have 2 coppers, so there must be a copper. Can get this back. Okay. We're still missing a hit. But if we remodel for 1, it's okay-ish. I don't know. It's something. I don't know how good or bad any of it is, but they do have a lot of Hamlets, which is nice. I mean, if you buy a gold, you have threat on double, like true double eventually. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, there's no reason to think that we're going to necessarily keep the draw going in this fashion. So You know, I wouldn't. Why is a swamp hack? That's crazy to me, but that one I don't quite get. Okay. So this is at least a little scary, I guess. We didn't, so now it's what? It's like this is terrifying, of course. I mean, it could work out. It's not super likely to work out. Now. But it may not be horrifically punishing. I had to do it though. Just to order this. So we didn't find the plaza or the hamlet, so we didn't have options. We simply didn't have options. We're also gonna just like 3-pile before I mean, especially if they're playing 2 swamp hags, which I guess isn't that likely. We're just gonna 3-pile before this ends. Which is fine. Taking a desperation for the province. Take 2 curses and go. Maybe. Let's get it over with. Well, okay. You know, sometimes you luck out. Let's take... That was literally the best possible lookout I could have seen there. That was actually insane that was how it rolled. Absolutely nuts that was the roll there. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna have a 3-pile, but I don't think. I mean, I can look at it. I can get up to 3 buys now, which could do the hamlets. But I'm only gonna have $7-ish if I do that. 7, 9, 1, 2. Does that work? Lose 5, score 3. That's a -2. Let me check. Score 4, 3, that's a minus. That's a 4. 4 points, right? For sure empty those. Hamlet draws a card, you discard it for buy. Poacher draws a card, you discard it. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from desperation. This is the province. We just draw and discard the province or the. All right, we'll take it. It's friendly. Ooh, this could be. Guess I'm just gonna open Spice's Crucible. Oh. Is there anything super the engine? What's the engine? I mean, the City Quarter Bard is the engine, I guess. Isn't that good? This is a bummer, but you know, what can you do? We're awful fast on. Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess if you're doing that, that makes sense. And you still okay? Yeah, I'll do that because then also if I draw the if I draw a spices, then I still get to do that. Seems good. We're not gonna really be in not really gonna be in shape for fairgrounds. Wouldn't say. I don't know whether it's to my advantage or my disadvantage to lower this here. I'm gonna mill it. I think it's to my advantage. It's certainly a little scary. I mean, definitely if they don't buy a province here, it's gotta be to my advantage. If they province here, it's not as clear, but Hmm. Excuse me. I didn't click the kingdom again. This is the kingdom. There was 2 things on the kingdom: friendly and spices. Okay, to be fair, infirmary, but 2 duchies is tough. You know, it's not necessarily getting you close to winning. This is not double, but it is single without spinning any coffers, which is pretty huge. And there's no, there's no single turn thing that can catch it here. I think the 5-2 is much better. The gold was pretty questionable, but well, not a lot to that one. This is this kingdom. Here it is. Okay. We have Owl Villa. Huge. Per usual. Souk is there as well. Huge. Good harvest. I don't know that matters. River Shrine's good for sure. You get a Silver River Shrine, I think, here. I don't know how much anything else, how playable anything else is. Certainly, stacks of wine merchants would still be okay. I don't think you get them. I don't think we have time to get them. But, you know, Kiln also could be good, but time is an issue. Long ships. This is a problem with everything here. It's just going to be time. But other than that, there are cards that slot in and work fine with the deck that you're building. They just aren't as good as the 2 main things. You could do does River Shrine happen at start of cleanup? So you're not in your buy phase. So you gain a villa, but it doesn't go backwards in that fashion. You could open with something like Scavengers. The trashing is still valuable. Eventually the villas are gone and you have to play a... What would you do on the... I'm confused. I mean, if you have 5, what else would you even do? But I think 1 more silver is still okay. We don't want to really go beyond that, but... I'll probably take Mountain Village here. It's between that and Scavenger, I guess. Okay. Actually, I might as well. Owl it. I would like a souk anyway. So the trashing is the same. I mean, I don't get extra trashing. It's just whether I want good harvest to be down one more. I don't really. Oh wait, sorry. I'm sorry. Do you? I forgot I didn't have any buys. I'll ask him, but it was real stupid. It was really stupid and a bad undo. You still don't get anything from River Shrine, but you obviously it changes this a lot. I don't know how well the souks go together in the owl stuff. It'd be pretty good, but you can certainly imagine some mix of wine merchants being okay too. I'm surprised it didn't go up for that, but because they do have a villa, right? So I could upgrade these guys now. Okay, so do you go up and then down, or do you trash some? I don't know if that was better than getting in some trashing, or what. This will depend a lot on where the river shrine is. Surprised they didn't try to draw somewhere there. I don't know what the last card is. Yeah, I should have left it. We don't have 20 whatever quite, 26 quite. We're pretty close to it though. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 3 short. Are they getting 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. They have 2 villas. Copper, silver, and some number of souks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 souks. They do have enough as far as that goes, if they can chain it all. I guess you can't chain all of that and play owls. Like you don't have actions to out. I mean, 2 mountain villages is not enough to draw everything. I don't think. I mean, I could buy a duchy, but I don't think it works. I could be wrong. I don't think the actions will be there. Plus the draw. No, I was just wrong. Oh no, they are short a buy. Oh, I overcounted souks. I have more souks. Or I over counted their souk by 1. Okay. That makes sense then. That was still questionable, to say the least. Maybe not, but that was I'm lucky that it wasn't worse as it could have been, as bad as it could have been. So I can end on 21 unless they buy Province Duchy here. So I can also win on like 26, I guess. I mean, there's a chance I can just do like 4 provinces though. It depends on how the draws go, but I'm going to start off with like $9 into a fresh owl hand, so we'll see. But otherwise, yeah, if you don't go Province Duchy here as wmorrison, then the estate thing is pretty easy for me. Which I mean, it's fair to want to play it for the dud instead. It's completely fair to do it that way. Uh, 5-2 is fine. I mean, replace is really good. There's no 2, but Herbalist is not worth buying here. Well, I think we cycle to see what we get to. Do I want Conclave or do I want Advisor or Bard or something? I mean, I like Advisor, okay. I do get the double replace on the reshuffle, which is really nice. I like that for them. On the Conclave Silver opening, this is a really good shuffle for them. My shuffle was fine too. I mean, there's worlds where I get to do that plus buy a 4 instead of a silver, but this was still good. I think there are worlds, maybe there's not even. I guess I play Advisor first and just kind of see what they do with the trail, and maybe worth it to get a replace on top anyway. Do I want that on top? I could do it and not activate it, I guess. Actually, what if I just take an Advisor? I'm not sure this is right. We're not really gonna draw a deck. You need a lot of... Well, I guess Imperial Envoy could do it. Maybe that's more the angle I need to be going for sooner. I could believe that. Because this is huge. Yeah, I think I'm kind of missed. This was just probably should have been Imperial Envoy. I mean, I could have done this turn where this is like Conclave Imperial Envoy. You get a Royal Carriage? Or receive tribute, yeah. What do you get out of that? You get Advisor, Royal Carriage. That's it. I mean, it still seems pretty good. Unless it just didn't activate at all. Was that the problem? Oh, that was the problem. It didn't activate at all. You'd have to buy copper into doing it. Yeah. Okay. I don't like, okay, yeah. Your question is like, is the advisor worth taking an herbalist, I guess, is the only issue. Ooh, this is gonna be somewhat rough. I don't know. When did they get a Bard off that too? Not don't like that. Bard looks worse than nothing to me. And this turn is kind of telling that to some degree. Does the cycle even make sense here? There's some decent stuff in there. Buying a 5 is probably worth it though. I was lucky to even get that this was 3 coppers was very lucky for me. You gotta wait for the time someone gets the triple trail advisor reveal. Not terribly likely, but it's a fun kingdom. It's like it's a little loosey goosey because of the not real trashing, but neat replace kingdom. You just get more. Well, you could get a second real Imperial Envoy. That or just more royal carriages, but that's interesting. I mean, if you're trying to draw on, of course, then a trail is fine too. Let's go like royal carriage Imperial Envoy. I like for the buys. Double royal carriage is also not crazy, but I kind of like getting another one of these. Anyway, wmorrison pretty solidly ahead. So yeah, I don't love that. I mean, I know I have a third replay. I don't like. And this is just a generic thing, and I probably already broke it during this game, to be honest. But you put in draw on your buys, and then you use your replaces to gain payload if your draw goes well. But this order where you do, this is a terrible draw. This order where you do, where you do payload on the buy when you really should need a little more draw is a problem that people have a lot. Anyway, my draw is just horrible. I mean, I probably, these choices are probably not the best thing I can do with that hand. I should probably replace the replace into an Imperial Envoy on top or something like that, but I got a little bit. just did something basically. So it wasn't terribly good. The only thing it maybe will pan out for me is if we like somehow just have a 3 pile really quickly here. Which we can try to do. They probably have a pile out on their turn here. I don't know why those weren't all estates. Because you could have gotten pretty close to a pile out just off that. So I don't really understand why it looked like that. My replaces are down there, so let's do it this way, because this is crud. We don't need a lot here to get to the end. Does the curse trashes score 3? I guess we don't have... Well, okay. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. We can do the duchies. What do we get? So we have no way to guarantee drawing that other thing, but it may be in hand. If we go to duchy, we'll go to 3, they'll go to 4, and then we do a curse to estate. Then we go to 5, they go to 3. Or sorry, what was it? I go 3 and they'll go to 5. Then I do another one. I go to 5, they go to 4. And then I buy estate and curse. That's a wash, but I'm already ahead. And I do have enough to do that. There's like no real reason why I should win that game. I don't know. There's got to be something better they can do on their turn. Um, let's see what our draw would have been if we had, or actually we got a table. Let's see what our draw would have been if we had. What I need to go to. Should be okay. I ended that game. So it's just this town drawing on. Yeah, like Forge is still a tie, but I don't know. I don't know if there was something. So the T-Mog choice was not at all free one way or the other, but it was pretty troublesome. Like you would do guard dog, I guess. I mean, I guess you could do even still do the trail but get a guard dog. And you would still want to go I guess straight into the poorhouse launch. See, but this is a problem. This doesn't actually draw very well at all. So this isn't a particularly good line. I mean, this is cheating, what I'm about to do, because I would not have known that this is how you need to do this. Oops. But if you do it like this, then it looks a lot better. This is sort of what I did, to be fair. Not really. I don't know what I actually don't even remember what I did. Maybe this is sort of what I did. You could try. All of this is dumb. I mean, there are a bunch of different things you can do, but none of them are like, you don't have a good reason for doing them. They might work out, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was a. I don't think there was a good way to go about it. We just had to take the tie. There were draws we could have gotten that would have won, but just wasn't in the cards, I guess. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next one.